We are back with a Fox News alert. Take a look at your screen. This is a shot of Aylesbury, where Chequers is. That, of course, the British Prime Minister's country estate. The president headed to meet with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer at the Chequers estate after leaving Windsor Castle just moments ago.
And joining us now with a live reaction and breakdown of what we can expect to be discussed is host and executive editor of The Story, Martha MacCallum. Martha, good morning. It's great to see you. You have the front seat here as we all watch history unfold. And the president is traveling right now, going from Windsor Castle to Chequers. So overall, as we look back on yesterday and look ahead into what's going to unfold today, what do you think the president hopes to accomplish on this trip?
Hi, Carly and Todd. Good morning. It's great to be with you. You can see right behind me the driveway at Chequers. And when the president arrives and the rest of the dignitaries arrive here, you're going to see them coming up behind us. The president, of course, is in the air right now, having left Windsor Castle, and will be arriving here in about 15 minutes or so is what we expect. I think, at this point, King Charles and Queen Camilla can kind of put their feet up and relax. The guests have left. The party went really well. It was really an extraordinary showing last night at this enormous dinner that was a merger of a lot of American tech names and obviously the royals from Great Britain. So I think today we move to sort of the more political, policy-oriented part of this visit, and obviously that's very important, especially to the UK. Keir Starmer would like to get some results on a better trade deal. The deal was sketched out several months back. They were the first country to come to the table to sketch out a trade deal with the US, but it's not completely nailed down yet, so that's going to be the top priority for them. Also, I think very important to the UK side of the equation is our participation and support of the war effort in Ukraine, Carly and Todd.
I'd actually like to go back to last night for a moment. And I thought of a uniquely Martha MacCallum question, because I think you are uniquely positioned to answer this. I feel like I've heard you answer something like this with other times you've been over there.
No pressure.
Can you think of a moment where Donald Trump, the man or the president, appeared as truly touched by something as he was by yesterday's reception, Martha?
I think maybe only rivaled by when he met Queen Elizabeth I. He said that she reminded him of his own mother, who, of course, was born in Scotland. He feels an affinity and roots here in the United Kingdom, and particularly in Scotland. So I think he really, he's a person who loves glamour and palaces and wonderful big homes, and he enjoys, I think, seeing all of what was rolled out last night at Windsor Castle. Windsor's just an extraordinary historical site, and he did seem to be very moved, and I thought it caught everyone's attention when he said, "This is one of the highest honors of my life." That's a big statement coming from President Trump. He clearly was touched, and that was the goal, I think, on the British side. They wanted him to feel that he was being given, absolutely the reddest of red carpet treatments.
And they certainly succeeded in that. And I couldn't believe how much we were able to see of this state banquet as both the president and the king made those speeches. And I thought that the gifts were very interesting that Charles and Camilla presented the president and first lady. One of them was the Union flag that flew above Buckingham Palace on the day of Trump's inauguration. And Martha, you're going to have a very big day today as well, because you are going to be interviewing President Trump, and there's no shortage of topics to discuss. So what can we expect out of this interview that will be airing later today?
So we're looking forward to sitting down with President Trump this afternoon, and that will air at 3 o'clock on The Story this afternoon. The timing works out well for us to be able to turn that around quickly for the show today. The great thing about it is that it's going to come at the very end of his trip. So we'll learn what the deliverables were from this trip, what he feels he accomplished for the U.S. side, and what kind of negotiations he was able to get from the United Kingdom as well. And we'll touch on some other hot topics that are of great interest to people in the United States as well, including the upcoming funeral of Charlie Kirk, which has really taken up so much of the emotional energy in the United States. There's a lot going on. You mentioned Jimmy Kimmel. I imagine all of those things will come up today.
And we will be watching. Host and executive editor of The Story, Martha MacCallum.
Thank you, Martha.
Martha, thank you.
Great to see you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.